Hey everyone, welcome back to what should be the final part of the Spider-Man Miles Morales game. We got a few more things to do. We have Teo's like cat mission. I don't know what this is. Maybe he wants me to swing around with the cat. Because I know there's the bodega suit where you get the cat in the backpack. So I assume I have to do a mission for him to get that. And then there's 3 more Prowler things from the look of the map, as well as 1 more mini mission from Pete before we get that final test.
You ready to swing, Spider-Cat?
You two look great.
Oh, you just gave me the suit. So is there a mission like involved with this? Do I have to swing around with the cat?
Stop some crimes, you two.
Oh, it doesn't look. I think he was just giving me the costume. Okay.
Hear what you get up to.
Hello, friendly neighborhood. It's your
Was this just something he was giving me for beating the game then? Because that opened up like right after I beat the story. I wish I'd have known about that sooner. I'd have picked this up earlier then. I thought it was just a side mission. Alright. Well, like I said, we got like 3 Prowler things left to do, so I guess we can hit those right up on our way to Central Park. Because then I think it's... The last thing I have to do for Pete is his like traversal mission. He's got 1 more of those. And then I know they have like the holographic Vulture fight. So we'll probably end this video with that.
Has just crossed my desk. Spider-Man was recently involved in a nauseating act.
The Vulture thing I was not just spoiled on, unlike the Kingpin thing. The Vulture thing I knew for a while because I was curious about that one. Mostly because I thought the Beat Beats vs. Villain trophy was something you got awarded for beating Rhino. So I thought it glitched and I looked it up and they're like, no, you beat Vulture in final test. I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
Real talk. Are you or are you not?
So I spoiled myself on that one the first night the game was out. See, a part of me thinks, because I'm getting readings off of the basketball, that it would be this, but it's like, that looks nothing like it. It sort of sounds like what you'd hear, though, with these cages rattling.
Maybe something mechanical.
But, like, that's not what you're getting off of this. And I don't think the thing would play the sound for me if I just ran into the cage. Is it possible that I'm hearing, like, these traffic lights? I mean, but these aren't, like, because out where I live, the traffic lights, like, sit on a wire and dangle. So the sound works for that. These traffic lights are, like, held on sturdier poles. They don't just kind of dangle. Which is for the better, because also out here, I mean, I've never had it happen to me or anyone I know, but I've heard of cases and like seen accidents on the road where wind has gotten so bad where it's like knocked a traffic light into a car, and that's not great.
I'm not gonna find it over here.
Well, listen, Miles, I'm not finding it over there either. I mean, is there another subway around here? Wow. Alright, yes there is.
You're close enough to record it.
I feel like I should have remembered this, because there was stuff about coming to these subways in the first game. Like, they were all over Harlem. I somehow just forgot. Although I guess when I think of subway, I normally think underground.
Not this way.
Oh wow, Spider-Man! Oh God!
I just can't tell if I'm... I wish it would stay more static, because I can't tell if I'm too close or too far away. Alright, that somehow worked perfectly.
Yeah, that's it.
My boyfriend is the
You probably don't know this, but your dad and I grew up not far from here, before we moved to Brooklyn in high school. Hearing the clatter of the wheels, the squealing when the trains turn or stop, always makes me think of me and your dad's late night talks. Mostly about what we wanted to be when we grew up. I wanted to be a spacer. Dad's dream changed. Doctor, firefighter, social worker. But he always wanted to help me.
Yeah, I'm noticing that.
Yeah, sounds like that.
I don't know. I thought maybe you'd try and talk to him, not kick him.
Oh, I think I know that guy.
Was this
Maybe.
Is this like a criminal in this? Why is he in red? What is going on? And who are... Cat, I don't think you're gonna reach her from there. What is happening? What are you pointing at? What does this mean? Alright. Cool. Land on them, Miles. Thank you.
Those better be water guns. If they're not, guess I had to stop you.
Well, they're not water guns. Yeah, he gave up the act. If he would have just not shot. Could have said, yeah, they're water guns. I'd show you, but it's so cold out. Is it just a cinder brick that I threw at them? These people are superhuman, that a cinder brick can hit them and they get up. I feel like that should be a part of like a hard mode in a game. Is not that, oh, the enemies are so hardy. It's that you have a no killing rule, and if you throw a cinder brick and you kill people, that gets held against you.
Be more subtle next time.
That would be an interesting way to like run a game, is that you have to pay attention to that. And like you can kill people, but the more people you kill, sort of like how it built up that whole menace level that you had if you failed missions and stuff in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. But like, you kill people, it hurts your reputation. Even just going outside the kill people thing, like the way you take people down. Like the more that you use your webbing and take them down humanely, the better it looks. Versus throwing them off a building or breaking their arm. Although my reputation would be destroyed, so maybe I'm lucky they don't do that.
She and your dad were dating. The three of us spent a lot of time here. We got used to this soft, steady beat.
Soft beat.
I know I should be done talking about that idea, but just as a final aside, I feel though, in fairness, not doing that is... like, I understand why people don't do it, because I feel the, like, coding and all the stuff you have to go into to get every little thing like that to sort of build that system would be insane. Because you're talking about just individual takedowns, messing with that sort of system. That in itself could probably be, like, a 2-year process just to get that all figured out. Oh, I was gonna say, it sort of sounded like water, so I guess a water tower makes sense. Does said water tower have a leak in it? Well, it's one of the two things. It's either the source is blocked because there's a roof in the way, or it's not blocked, but I'm too close. Alright, I stand corrected. Also feel I should have noticed that sooner, considering there's a whole chunk of ice sitting there from where the water's been dripping.
Felt like they'd be good forever.
I'm not exactly sure how realistic that is, because that was like a small drip.
Your mom got her first gig as a teacher. Your dad
I don't know if it would hang over that much.
And I just started calling myself the Prowler. I figured we all kept secrets about our jobs. But lastly, your dad's job and mine crossed paths too often.
Man, Uncle Aaron, if you would have been anything else, my mom and dad would have supported you all the way.
This one was all your dad's idea. You need something that's always in this park. Quiet on their own, loud in a group.
Loud in a group?
It was probably those damn birds, wasn't it? Yeah. Wait, hang on. Well, this doesn't match up, but I thought this could work. So, like, if you're talking about ice skating guy, on their own, they're probably quiet, but I imagine a bunch of them going together can make them quite loud. Do those birds come back?
Pretty sure it's behind me.
Oh, they do. Alright, so I assume gotta move quietly. That was not quietly, I guess. Is it time-based before they come back? Oh, they're there. Yeah, it must have been. You know, I assume it's probably this simple, considering, you know, he has invisibility. Also slightly annoyed by the facts. I'm like, here I'm thinking, oh, you gotta stealthily and sneakily come up on them.
This was way back.
Probably could have ran up on them in invisibility and they'd have been
Hanging in the
fine.
park one day, and someone dropped a hot dog. You know how that goes. Place
Deep
was swarming
cuts.
with pigeons. Dad stopped cold.
Was that already for doing this?
That's the music. Listen. Next day we were crawling all over Manhattan looking for beats. Like you are now.
Remember the first time they showed me how to sample? Uncle Aaron had the gear, and Dad had the ear for music.
I guess it makes sense. I mean, that was the last recording on the map.
Hey, young blood. You got almost everything you need for the track.
I thought they'd give it to us after getting the suit, because they have like a suit assigned to every side mission.
Works for you.
The place where I fought him doesn't have the best memories, Uncle Aaron.
Sorry, little spider cat buddy, but I'm gonna be switching you out for this last suit then. That firefighter guy is still over there. I don't know what his deal is.
Man in subway tunnels. Guess a good thief needs a good hideout.
The way that hideouts are hidden in like the Marvel universe always shocks me. Because like I feel like it'd be easier for someone to stumble across these. But like maybe it's just also the fact that I've only been in New York City for like a weekend. I think I was there for maybe like 3.5 days. And in my time there, I did realize people move kind of fast and don't bother looking around all that much. So it's like, I guess it's easy to just miss things. But I'm like, we were also tourists for 3 days. I feel things are a little different if you live there and you pass the same route every day of your life. But I don't know, maybe people do just miss obvious things. Not to try and call all this stuff super realistic, because I am a dude that got bit by a spider and now have powers.
Frequency lock? Something new every day.
Hey, kid. Hope the suit fits. You asked why me and your dad stopped talking. He was investigating the Prowler. It led him to my clients. People like Simon Krieger, Wilson Fisk.
So he did work for Fisk in this universe too.
Not with you and Rio in the picture. So I told him. Hoped he'd back off, and he did. For good. He didn't want me around. Didn't want you to turn out like me. Hope this suit helps you be better. Take care, Spider-Man.
Thank you, Uncle Aaron.
It's certainly a weird situation, because it's like, you go through the whole Prowler fight with him being in this whole situation of like, him not really wanting him to be Spider-Man, yet he builds this whole suit. Yeah, right. Guess we got this and that like mini boss fight at the end to go, and then we'll be done.
Alright, this one's the Big Daddy. In this challenge, all checkpoints are active at once. It's up to you to choose the fastest course. Approach the prompt, and we'll get started.
Bring it, Pete. I'm ready.
Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. Just had a bunch of messages coming in because we've got a D&D session coming up this weekend that people are all freaking out about.
You got this.
All the weird shit you get to deal with when COVID starts coming back in your area. Oh, did I actually hit that the first time? Son of a bitch, that was a waste of my time. God, this is going terribly. I paused the game for like 4 minutes.
Swinging challenge, that's really
I come back, and now I've lost it.
Nice mentoring, Pete.
Almost there, Miles. Keep at it.
Never
How
really
many do I have left?
appreciated
3?
Central Park till now. Love this place.
Alright, so I know I had the rule of silver only, but I'm saying screw that rule. Because I don't feel like doing that again.
Here's a trick. Invert your web shooter nozzle. Trust me. Gives you the force you need for a second mid-air zip. A real lifesaver, that one.
Inverted? Really? But what? Oh, he's right. Totally right. Oh, wow.
Oh, you finished all the challenges. There's nothing to do but release the super secret bonus ultimate challenge. Head to ESC.
Can't tell who's actually speaking. I thought this was him actually calling me, but this says that it's Hollow Pete.
Wow. Wow. Evil
Unless it's like a different thing where if I'd have finished all of these before the end of the story, I would have been sat in front of Hollow Pete, so the
Right.
things say that to me instead. Like, that's what the credits will list it out as, but it was actually real Spider-Man since the game's overcalling me. Alright, looks like we finally made it. Oh, is this right on ESU's campus? He left has the plushie been at every single thing? Have I just missed it?
Hallowed halls. My alma mater. Have I ever told you what happened when I started school here? Step up to the prompt and live the story for yourself.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Lovely. That's promising.
On the very first day of class.
I like that it gave me the prompt that I could dodge, but actually wouldn't let me dodge. I had to get hit.
Vulture's old research partner, Greg Benson, taught at ESU. Vulture tried to take Benson out. I tried to stop him. I'll tell you what, Miles. This fight was hard.
Love Pete's stories.
Always meddling, Spider-Man. Why won't you let me commit my senseless, overly dramatic crimes?
It's weird to ever think about Vulture being a hard fight. Which, I mean, like, you would think at this point it would be a point of like, you gotta take Vulture seriously. Because, you know, seen him in Homecoming and realized he can be a threat. Definitely more of a threat, I feel, to the untrained Peter versus, like, a trained Peter. But, like, the idea of still hearing it outside of just that movie standpoint is always strange to me. Because I jumped into the Spider-Man comics long after Vulture had become a, more of a gimmick villain than an actual one. But I guess that's always one of the funny things that a lot of us, I really think, don't think about, is there was a period of time in the comics where characters like Rhino and Vulture and stuff were like actual threats to him. It's just nowadays they more do get played out as gimmick villains that he'll fight off before fighting a major villain. Oh, cool. I was sitting there waiting, I'm like, I wonder if I could use Venom against him. I can. Oh, that's the exact type of stuff I was hoping to pull off. So if they're gonna let me dash in the air, to let me do that? Oh, the other one's down? Oh. They're both down, okay.
That fight taught me I'd always be a kid from Queens at heart, but I could carry that strength anywhere. To Manhattan, to the West Coast, heck, even to Sicaria. Weird to think, but I owe it all to an old man in a bird costume. I should really write him a thank you note. Anyway, nice work, Miles. Holographic spider training officially complete.
Ooh. And I assume, I mean, minus the New Game Plus suit, that should be the last suit left in the game for us to unlock. So, I mean, with that being done, that officially pretty much ends our run with this game. I'm not really gonna video the New Game Plus stuff. I know some people do it. I feel like it's cheesy and just corny to replay the same stuff again, just at a different difficulty, so we're not doing that. But, I don't know, I appreciate everyone coming and watching this, and I'll hopefully see you guys soon. I imagine there's gonna be some more Avengers gameplay soon, because Kate Bishop, hopefully they'll announce her soon. But, I mean, outside of that, I will see you guys in the near future.